San Antonio Spurs select Dylan Harper, number two overall in the NBA draft. He joins a team with a superstar in Victor Wembanyama, I would say a near superstar in De'Aaron Fox. Maybe you'll push back on that. A really good guard, and the rookie of the year, Stephon Castle. A lot of good pieces here for the Spurs as they enter into the post Popovich era. Dion, what is your reaction to this pick?
Great pick. Great pick. So I think it allows you to move De'Aaron, which I,
He
I
just
think
got
would be
here.
beneficial. Huh?
I said he just got there.
Yeah, that was a mistake. So like let's fix the mistake. We now have the opportunity to fix the mistake. Let's do it. So I think you move De'Aaron. I think you go get a wing. Katie would have been a phenomenal landing spot here, by the way. I don't believe in Stephon Castle the way rookie of the year. Sure. Who
Yeah,
else was going to win rookie of the
yeah.
year? Like there was moments where we are like, yo, Dalton Connect rookie of the year. That's nuts. Love Dalton Connect. He's going to play a long time by standing in the corner and shooting. Not a world he should be winning rookie of the year. That is a testament to this draft class. I think the same can be said about the rookie of the year who shot about 25% from three, something somewhere along those lines.
Castle is really
Um,
that bad?
it might not have been 25. You can Google it. My guess is my serious guess, like if I was playing a stat guessing game, 27.3%.
Okay. Keep talking about Dylan and I will fact check you.
Okay. So I don't
What?
believe in the backcourt the Spurs currently have. I think there's a ton of weaknesses. Neither can shoot, by the way. Stephon Castle's a phenomenal defender. I think the best way to get the most out of him is you have a guy like Dylan who can shoot, who can create for himself, can create for others. And Stephon's just there to attack the basket, play defense, and he's playing a role. Now, if Stephon Castle's playing a role, I'm all in. If it's like, yo, Stephon Castle, your rookie of the year, to you and Wemby for the next 10 years, good luck. Like, Wemby's phenomenal. It's only so much you can do as one individual. We saw that for Team France, right? So I think this allows them an ability to be patient with Stefan, to play Stefan in a role that like he's more fit to play in. And I love the pick next to Wemby. I think Dylan's also the perfect guard to be the screener for Victor Wembanyama. And I
I
think
love that
that's the
too.
portion of this no one's talking about. When we're talking about Wemby, Dylan pick and rolls, but Dylan as the ball handler, forget all that. Wemby pick and rolls with any of me as the ball handler works. What about Wemby as the ball handler and Dylan as the screener? That's nasty.
I love that angle. I'm with you with everything about this. Like, I don't worry about how you mesh Castle, Fox, and Harper at this point if you're the Spurs. You're just trying to stack talent and get back to the winning ways and put as many good players around Wembanyama as possible. Harper is someone like I would see these draft Twitter folks having him like seventh to 14th on their board and randos at number two, and I never got that. To me, he was the clear number two in this class. I don't know if people realize how efficient he was at getting to the basket. Like he shot nearly 60% of his field goals at the basket and made them close to 70%. If you look at his shot chart, it looks like that of a big man in the paint. Like this dude was so like he's not even all that explosive, which maybe is the one knock. Like his verticality, so to speak, isn't great, but he has tremendous body control, good size, and he's strong and tough. Like he's that is to me is going to translate even going against bigger defenders in the NBA. He's already played for a team with suboptimal spacing that had four guys in the paint anyway. Like you get him on an NBA roster, and I just think it's very conducive to his skill set. Like the fact that he put up the numbers that he did when have you ever heard of Jordan Durkak or Emmanuel Agbola? Like this was his supporting cast at Rutgers. Could I have just made those
Yeah.
names up and you would have been able to fact check me on that, Dion?
I still think you made the names up.
Those are
By the
actually
way,
spelled it.
his supporting cast wasn't them. It was Ace Bailey. That's all I'm gonna say. And we're gonna have an Ace Bailey video shortly. Maybe shortly. Who knows how far he falls? And when we get to it, just know Dylan Harper's supporting cast was Ace Bailey, and I know that. If no one else in the world knows that, Dion knows that who the
So,
supporting cast was.
okay. So I want to hear why you like Dylan then, but you're not an ace guy. Because to me, I'm like, this system that they were in with Peichel at Rutgers just wasn't it. You know, Peichel is a defensive minded coach who's, I guess Ron Harper Jr. is the one dude I can think of. And a little bit Cam Spencer. I got to give him credit for Cam Spencer as well, who like cooked in Peichel's scheme, you know?
Real quick, how close was I to Stephon Castle's 3-point percentage?
28.5% on the year. You were really close. You might have a
Yeah,
gift, Dion.
the kid locked in. The kid locked in. Riley called me Darren Sproles. I said this is the biggest day of my life. I was off by 1%. This is the biggest day of my life. I should have got that correct though. If I was truly locked in, I would have got it correct. Hand up accountability. I'll be better next video. But the reason I like Dylan and not Ace is I think systems are overrated. I think players that are superstars don't like a system doesn't fit them. They are the system. Like they are the system. And there's nothing Bible can do to ruin a Dylan or an Ace. They would ruin themselves. And Dylan made every right play possible. Yeah, he might have been sick. He might not have been sick. I don't know. I'm not a doctor though. I'm not here to tell him if he had a cold or not. When he wasn't sick, he was hooping. And that's my thing is Ace had a lot of bad games.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a fair point to further underscore that I do have the numbers. He was averaging 23, 5, and 5 before he got sick. I think the rest of the way he was 17, 3, and 4.
Which is like, by the way, if he averaged 17, 3, and 4 the whole season, no one cares.
Yeah, right. I know, but I want to remind people how good he was before the sickness. And this was at what was the players era tournament against Oregon and against Alabama, like against real competition instead of just bye games. One last note I'll give in terms of the fit here, whether you're playing Wembanyama with the ball in his hands, whether you want Fox with the ball in his hands, whether you even want Castle with the ball in his hands. Uh, Dylan Harper was in the 86th percentile as a spot up scorer, 91st percent as a cutter. Like he's not like some dude who has to have the ball in his hands or he's useless. He knows how to move without the ball, like can get free for easy buckets, can knock down threes. I love Dylan Harper, and I think any dialogue that didn't see him as the number two pick was way overthinking it and losing the plot.
I've been saying this probably since one of them Rutgers like exhibitions, which by the way, like I don't like that college calls it's an exhibition. Like that's the preseason. Let's just call it the preseason. And then we can have the regular season that's a non-conference. And then we have the conference games. But different gripe. I'll save it for gripe week. I know that's coming up here in about a month or so. Um, Dylan's closer to Coop than he is anybody that's behind him. And anybody that views it differently, I think, is going to get an awakening very early into this NBA season. But Dylan's closer to one than he is three.
I'm with you on that completely. I am. I think there's a reason why people have been saying this draft is starting with the number three pick. You know who these top two guys are going to be. They're locked in. Yeah, I just can't speak highly enough about this kid. And like, I think he's the highest Rutgers player drafted since the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I got it. Since 1979, James Bailey, who was a big man who went six overall to the Seattle Supersonics. That's how long it's been since Rutgers has had a guy drafted this high.
Who?
James Bailey. He actually had some nice stats.
Who did he play for?
The Seattle Supersonics,
When was that?
1979.
Let's leave it then. Let's
Congrats to
leave
the
it back.
Spurs. Congrats to the Spurs. You got a good one. Definite all-star upside in this one. Make sure you stay tuned in. We're breaking down every pick tonight, reacting to that, and then we will have more than enough coverage in the coming weeks on these guys as well.